Kia ora, Scorpio, full moon in Pisces. This is your reading for this time of the great big blue moon up there. Excuse the light, it's a little bit challenging, but let's get your storyline out, Scorpio, for this full moon in Pisces. For some reason, I don't know if some of you feel this too, but kind of the last few days it felt like quite tiring, quite like dragging an anchor. But thanks for joining me. Let's see what you've got for your story for this Piscean full moon. We'll get some cards to come out. I have pulled a rock mineral crystal card, and that's face down, so we can pull that up at the end, Scorpio. Just have a look, see if it relates to the reading. And just one more card, please. And thanks for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. I really appreciate that, and comments, and all the rest of it. So let's see. Oh, let us go through and have a wee look. We come out here, Scorpio, with the 10 of Wands. In the Thoth deck, it's called Oppression. It's really literally speaking about needing to release whatever burden you may feel that you're kind of carrying or have been dealing with for quite a while. There's a sort of fast, not accumulation, but a quickening of feeling the weight of that, speaking of dragging an anchor. And so we do need to sort of release that, to get the cogs in motion again, really, Scorpio, to get those wheels in motion. So there's a release of some level of burden here for you. We then have a wonderful opportunity, a wonderful gift coming through, the Ace of Discs. It is of the nature of abundance and, you know, really being able to see what your resources are at this time. It comes through as a excuse me, I was going to say primal energy. It comes through as an energy, definitely, that we give form to in terms of what we choose, our freedom of choice, our will. We can give form to this. It's as if there's a easier opening for us to do that at this time, especially after we've released any kind of burdens that may have been occurring in our life. We then have the beautiful sun coming out, the solar force, in that sort of sky dance, you know, with the moon. We can't really do without either. We certainly cannot do without that beautiful sun, which really speaks about vitality and childlike play, remembering to play, and new growth and fertility and all of that. It's a beautiful card, the sun. And then we have this Princess of Swords, who has been appearing in quite a few of the readings, I must say. Defending something here, but not really. Who is this princess defending? Herself with a sword. There's a lot of energy that's been expended in this card, and it is actually in fact questionable whether there's anything behind those clouds that she really needs to defend herself from. So let's go through and clarify, Scorpio. We're looking at the 10 of Wands, the card that, you know, we get to the end of that suit. Maybe we want to make new decisions. Maybe we want to make new choices about what we do, how we do it, when we do it. This is part of this. Because 7 of Discs, because we have done a review. Whether that's been just a natural thing of late, and whether it's in regards to energetics or actually what we're seeing in our physical world. The Seven of Discs, all the sevens are assessment cards. So we look back, you know, the traditional sort of imagery here of the farmer looking back, seeing what the crop has provided over the last cycle, you know. What has the crop provided? I put a lot of effort into something and maybe it didn't come to full fruition. Maybe, you know, that farmer is looking at the flow, the energy, basically, the energetics in and out. Do I feel depleted? You know, what is my pattern or pattern of relationship? You know, what am I giving to others? What am I getting back? So it's certainly this is where we come possibly sometimes to a decision and a conclusion from that we really need to just release a few things, change a few things up, certainly in terms of that will center, the wand, our fire nature, our active, very active nature. We're shifting it up, we're changing the script a wee bit, possibly, Scorpio. Ace of Discs is a wonderful card. Yeah, it is. Like the center of this reading is sort of saying, yes, you've made a good decision, for those Scorpios out there who are or have felt that they've been up against a wall and making some new choices. It's telling us, yes, this is good. This is good, Scorpio. We've got the sun. Again, the sun. To clarify that Ace of Discs, it's a new beginning of sorts. It's a new doorway to walk through here after you have, you know, assessed and acted upon that which you do not need anymore. And in the doing of that, there may have been, Five of Wands, a little bit of conflict, as there usually and potentially is, either within yourself or with others. You have trusted your guidance. We're going free flow, it seems. You've trusted your guidance with the High Priestess here, the most intuitive female principle, this High Priestess. Now let's have a look at the next sun, which was the first sun. We're looking at bringing back a balance, Scorpio. Look, this is interesting. We're looking at bringing up a balance, bringing back a level of balance, equilibrium between thought and action, between feelings and action. We have the Lovers. Now, the Lovers is about choice. It's also about commitments, those contracts that we have with others, relationship contracts, and there's a kind of rebalancing in the Lovers card where there's an integration of the right left brain hemispheres where we integrate somehow or synthesize that which is our dual nature between masculine principles, feminine principles, all of that kind of thing. It's a wonderful card, the Lover's card. Of course, it could be someone in your life, Scorpio, as well. With that Lover's card, we have the Page of Swords, ascertaining the dynamics of power within yourself, how you use it, how it's connected to how you feel about yourself, your self-esteem, your levels of integrity. All of that is intertwined with the idea of power. And this adolescent page or prince observes it and others around them, understands how it works in group and in individual and in self, and is experimental with that. And it's kind of interesting, there might be a relationship dynamic going on and through this reading, or for some of you that resonate with this who are watching. But it's interesting that this prince or page is sort of directly looking at the princess who is flailing around with her sword beside Princess of Swords. Princess of Swords, please, for Scorpio. For Scorpio. Timing. As I always think of when I'm looking at this card, that that cumulus, it's only a matter of time before it suddenly just blows away. You know what I mean? And there's a clear sky, and maybe this princess looks out and thinks, wow, what was I blasting and tormenting myself, or blasting out all this energy when there's nothing there? It's clear. We get the Temperance card. Timing is everything, and it's not clock. It's something much wider and bigger than that. This is a card of alchemy. It's a card of the alchemist. Temperance card. We see the angel mixing the waters, 1 foot on the earth, 1 foot in the water. And there's a path that we're on. There is timing in all things. And as humans, sometimes it's just something that we have to accept, and we see it many times throughout our life. The level of frustration that builds up when there is a kind of timing thing, and it's just not quite right yet, but it will be, and it will alter, and we will see results, etc., etc. Let's just get a Brian Froud, Pixie and Fairy, just as one card for an overview here. Lace the Moon's Daughter. This, after this sort of the resonating power of this full moon in Pisces, we may feel that, things are speeding up. We have clearer sight, Scorpio. We're not confused, clouded by any external things, by anything that we have conjured up ourselves or have felt ourselves. Lace the Moon's Daughter flies through in a direction which is lit up, well supported. She knows where she's going. She or he, whatever way you want to look at it. Well supported and knows where they are going. There's a connection with the past in this card, because you could imagine it as a trail of breadcrumbs. We've been there before, but this time we're going with a new perspective, a new kind of vitality, a new vom. You know what I mean? So Scorpio, on that note, let's just pull up this rock mineral crystal. It also contains the elements, this deck, but it's a really nice simple deck. And if it is a rock mineral or crystal, keep it in your mind's eye. Over the next week or so, carry it with you. Oh, what do we got? We've got actually one of the elements for you. We've got air, which is kind of nice, blowing all the clouds for a bit more clarity. So we've got communication, imagination, independent, and witty. So if that sounds like you, Scorpio, nothing like a bit of fresh air to freshen it all up and blow those bits of residue out the window so we can fly into spring or autumn, wherever you happen to be on the globe. On that note, thanks for joining me, Scorpio. Hope you got something out of this, and thank you for all your input. Actually, commenting, sharing, liking, subscribing. On that note, check out any other titles that you see on this channel, and take good care, Scorpio. We'll see you next time. Ka kite, bye.